Hmm. Mm-hmm. 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 Hmm. I am. You got to excuse me, please. I'm still putting getting the live stream up on both platforms, both TradingView and on my YouTube channel. So give me a second, if you would. Thank you. Uh, mm, Let me see. All right. I don't have an end screen. Let me see. Okay. All right. So that looks like we're up on YouTube. So it appears. And let me see. Let me make sure. Give me a second, please. Okay. And we are live on YouTube as well. All right. Okay. I didn't send out any links. Let me make sure I do that. Where are my links at? Um, where can I send these links out to? There you go. All right. Or they can go live on YouTube because everybody received something in the email box. Okay. Hmm. We should be up. We should be up and running. We should be up and running with Tabasco. All right. Let me see. Let's see what we got here. Hmm. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Hmm. I know this is taking a minute. Excuse me. I want to make sure people get links so they can attend. Uh, let's put it in announcements. Okay. Boom. Boom. All right. Finally. All right. We got some links out there. Good to go. All right. Edit it. Okay. Who else? Get one here. Okay. And do I need to put anything anywhere else? I got this one. Let me see. Yeah. All right. So that should do it. All right. Now let's get to this mapping, shall we? All right. Do I need this open? No, I don't. Yeah, I do actually, because I need to get to that. All right. All right. And I will pop out the live chat. Can I do this? Thank you. All right. We got a live chat there. And I will close that over there. All right. And let me get YouTube's up. The live chat. Somebody says hello. I would like to respond to them, right? Otherwise, that would be rude. Let's see. Are you going there or not? I don't understand what's going on here. Come on, man. You're holding me up. All right, let's find it this way. All right, there you go. Who has sent you? Who? Who is this? Akolsnikov? Akolsnikov? First of all, thank you. I'm saying things directly to you. Evening. Hey, how's it going, man? It's 9:30 p.m. Well, I hope I don't keep you up too late. Uh, WJ Foster. Mr. Foster. All right. Uh, Let me thank this guy real quick. Thank you so much. All right. I wish I could type faster. All right. So I just got some coins today. That's you're my second coin guy, and I appreciate that, Mr. Cole Snikoff. I think that was his name. All right. So I'm going to wow. We got people in the house already. Uh, made profits be upon you all. May a profit be upon you all. Of course, I'm talking to all of you. All right. Let me pop out this chat. Thank you for being patient while I get this thing up and running. Let me pop out the chat. Put it over here. All right. So I can see everybody. Uh, I'm going to give some good mornings. I want to get this thing. I want to start marking up. Uh, Good morning, Trader X, Brandon Lee. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Praz, Mr. Porter. And hey, we got some love from Pakistan. Good morning, Pakistan. And may profits be upon you all. Again, Mr. Foster, WJ, good morning from Australia. Well, good evening to you. It's 9:30 p.m. over there. And I'm going to get started. I'm going to this process that I'm about to do. I'm going to map this out. I'm going to do some top down analysis. I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking because I'm thinking and you know trying to get this thing done. All right. So first thing I want to do is get to my previous notes and then I'll update everything. All right. Hey, Michael, what's going on there, man? I'm glad to see you in the house. Okay. Um, if you guys uh uh want to get started, let's go. All right. So this is the weekly. So listen, while I'm going through this process, I'm going to talk to myself, and when I bring out points or whatever, if you have a question about something, just put it in the chat, right? And I'll get to it. Okay. And I got to get rid of this YouTube delay. I forgot to put that in the settings because I don't like that long delay. I'm not sure if I have a choice because I'm using another platform. Okay, so let's go to my daily notes, and I want to update those daily notes. But first, we're going to take a look at the weekly because I look at the weekly to get a good fix on bias. Because if the weekly and daily are in line, I don't really want. I want to avoid going against whatever those trends are. Right now, it's obvious. It's bearish, but we've had a bullish surge, haven't we? All right, and what are we surging to? We're surging to supply right here. Right. I'm not going to mark it all up because this is the weekly. I just want to get an idea of what the overall direction of the markets are. We are in supply, and we are um, in the coming to the extreme of that supply, the wick area. Oh yeah, I'm going to turn you off. The mute. I gotta mute those uh, those uh, those beeps. They can literally drive you crazy. And we have news today. Let me see which is that. ECB. ECB, right? So today and tomorrow are going to be filled with news. you want to make sure you catch that. We got ECB, the European Central Bank, is going to handle their interest rates today. So, and that'll happen at 8:15. So we got a couple of hours. It's 6:52. Wait, I don't have a couple of hours. I didn't realize it was this late. Took me a long time to get this thing up and running. Okay. And also US, we have personal income, personal spending. GDP is the big deal here. So that's going to be at 8:32. So there's going to be some moving and shaking. That's why I want to do a thorough um, analysis. All right, I'm not jumping into any trades uh, prior to the news, because the news will mess it all up. Because that news, GDP for US and ECB, has the potential to reverse markets. All right, so we're up here, right? Here's the supply on weekly. So weekly is looking quite bearish, right? Uh, we have a nice downtrend, right? I mean, there's nothing breaking that downtrend as of yet, but we do have, when price turns inside like that. When I say inside, that's the 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 daily trading range. I mean, the not the daily, but the actual trading range. This is a leg of structure. The pullback, after breaking this low, once you break this low and you make a lower low, you pull back up and then you come back through it. That is, for me, a very significant uh, high and low. And this is the trading range, and prices come back into the premium of this trading range. All right. Discount, premium, that's above and below the 50% of the trading range. So we want to sell from here and buy from discount, sell from premium. That's the guiding principle with that. Okay, so we're in the premium section. The premium section is where, in a downtrend, you're looking for that next structure point, which would be the lower high, right? To make the higher low. That's what we're doing here, right? So I'm looking for that here. So I want to see if price is going to turn over here. We get the right news. That's going to happen. The thing is, we've taken out we've swept liquidity here, right? And that's important to note, because the purpose of, when price makes that lower low and it turns bullish, you want to see if price is going to, uh, when it turns bullish, you want to see what the purpose is. What is the mission? Is the mission to make a lower high? Is the mission to go from discount of the range to premium? Those are the things that you expect. You have a reasonable expectation. All right. But in this case, we have important news, the interest rate coming, right? And that the fact that price is moving up makes me think that the big boys, the big investors, the institutions, are positioning right before the news. So they'll go and grab liquidity in the opposite direction of the intended move. All right. It looks like anticipation, preparation before the actual move. So when I see a bullish break of a high, right, I'm thinking the intent, the possible intent, is to bring price down, and we're the big boys are getting positioned for discount prices for their shorts. You understand? So uh, that's what I'm not going to expect this, but this is something I'm wary of, and I've seen it play out enough times. I'm keeping my eye out for such a scenario. All right, I spent too much time here, so I got to get the business. All right, so that's my overall uh, situation. I am bearish on the weekly, Yep, big boys tend to grab parity levels, and you see where we're trading at, right? We're right at parity, right? Uh, and I should mark parity, shouldn't I? Let me put that in right there, right? Okay, this is the parity level. We're trading above it. All right, we're gonna see how this goes. This is on the weekly time frame, right? So I'm going to the daily. Pop on some old stuff. I already knocked out the bubbles, the what do you call it, the talking bubbles. So I'm going to be a little quiet as I go through this. Um, we have we have daily structure being broken down here, right? Let me I should type this in. I really should type this in so I can post it later. Let me see. These are important. Structure breaks. All right. All right. When price starts breaking below those points, it's going to be really important. All right. This is from 2016. This is believe the COVID low. We started trading below that, heading towards parity. I want to make sure this line is seen. All right. That's the parity line. Okay. All right. Label that. Okay. Thank you guys for dropping in. I really appreciate that. That you guys drop in, leave likes, and comment. All right. If you have questions, or if you want to see a market analyzed, uh, you know, you put it in the chat, whatever. If you want to go over, and what I'm going to invite you to do is, let me see your failed trades. Let me see your failed trades whenever you get a chance. The good trades too. We can go over them. Uh, what worked, what didn't work. Was it a good trade, even though it worked? You can easily say, yeah, I made money, but that doesn't make it a good trade. So uh, let me see. We have this trading range. We have the red line. That means that's the middle, the equilibrium. Remember, above the equilibrium is premium price. Below the equilibrium is discount. You want to take your shorts from premium. You want to take your longs from discount, right? All right. So I want to put that there. All right. Not so prominent. All right. Let me see. What do we got here? This is very important. All right. So we have an intact downtrend, right? This is the pullback into premium price. All right. And this is what I suspected would be the lower high, especially after it broke internal structure. Remember, internal, it means it's inside the trading range. Right? It broke internal structure to the downside. So I'm thinking as soon as it does that, this low is now vulnerable for attack because it's weak. It didn't create a new high. But can I say that now after seeing this? Well, that's more than a little interesting move, right? Because we broke that structure, didn't we? All right. On the daily, we've taken this supply out. All right. And this is one of the things you look for in supply and demand trading. You look for uh, actually the this is the whole range of supply, and uh, you look for supply to be taken out so that you can look for buys. You understand? Because who's in control now? Is it demand or supply. So, well, supply got taken out. It's demand that's in control. So the strong hands are in the hands of demand. Okay. And we are back in premium price of this bearish leg of structure. So what the internal structure is bullish. All right. There is no doubt about that because we have broken above. We don't have a close above, but we definitely have a higher high being made. I mean, well, it's not exactly a higher high on the daily. Yes, you can say we have an internal break of structure, a bullish internal break of structure. All right, therefore, we exceeded that high. But this is the high that says the market has turned. Well, this is the swing high, and it's turned bullish, and the downtrend is over. This when this high is breaking. You understand? I hope you do. I see what you're saying, Bill. Yeah. And you look for that entry model. You look for that entry model on every time frame because price is fractal. What you see on the higher time frames, you'll see on the lower time frames. All right. It does not matter because structure is structure. If you see that model, it you know it when it's there, you got to take it. Okay. So right now, uh, the uh, the weekly and daily are, yeah, technically we're still bearish on the daily along with the weekly because this high hasn't been taken out. Technically, we're still bearish on swing structure, but the internal structure, that is bullish. All right, and that means it's okay to look for buys. You understand? On the lower time frames because you took out supply. Spending too much time on this. Can't check all the boxes. I'm glad you're checking boxes, man. Seriously. All right, so um, let's see. Let's see what we can do about this situation. Uh, excuse me for 1 second. I gotta leave the desk. I'll be right back. Okay. Fresh cup of coffee. Coffee's gone. All right. I'm tanked up and ready to go. So this is the daily. All right. We have a broken zone here. We have a broken demand zone. I'm going to make note of that. All right. Let me listen. I'm gonna, take these notes. I want to get this done before 7:30. That way, we have viewers have an 8 o'clock. Have a half an hour to prepare for the Euro. I mean, for the New York session, and we have a half an hour to look at other markets in preparation for the New York session. I want to take a good look at things, especially the indices and Aussie USD, but I always want to mark up Euro USD. Uh, this is my go-to uh, market. So let's do that. All right. So just forgive me if I'm not doing a lot of speaking. I'm doing a lot of staring. I'm doing a lot of thinking, and I got to process, man. I got to process. So Give me just let me give me some patience as I get through this thing. I'm going to do some typing. This is something else here, boy. Let me see. And then I'm going to walk you through the analysis. I'm going to make sure I walk you through the analysis. All right. So we got this. We did break that high. All right. And that there is important. All right. Yeah. Okay. Boom. Boom. Got a good sweep of liquidity and everything. Here. Here. We have that. Okay. All right. Let me see. Come on. So, damn. Hmm. So, okay. All right. These are things you got to make note of. We're in supply, but this isn't just a regular old supply. This is in premium price. You have to make note of that. So, because you want to know which way is price traveling. What did it do? So, price comes up to this important premium supply, and here we are again at that premium supply right here, on the verge of taking it. All right. So, hmm, we're getting ready to take that high. And one of the things that if I can just grab this thing and not drive myself crazy, I don't understand. But the problem is here. I just want. Thank you. All right. What was that about? Okay, so we have this. Yeah, that's going to be a draw on price, and I'm pretty sure. Um, I'm pretty sure it's going to get taken because that these are relative equal highs here. All right. And this is at the height of premium supply. If this high gets taken, the market has changed. This is a big shift in the market. It's turning bullish. And buys are going to be, just that's the only thing you'll be looking for. Period. End of story. Okay. If that high is taken. So I'm definitely watching this with a lot of interest. All right. So, but it still has to get past this supply. But this looks like this is exactly where I would want uh, my inducement, right? On the way to mitigating uh, uh, that higher supply. And that's where we're at. So I want to, it was mitigated here, right? It was mitigated here, but this is a pretty large supply zone. Let me get that in. That's a pretty large supply zone. So I do. What is this? We're still here. Oh, that's got to go. All right. So all right. So I like that. Uh, I'm gonna keep my eye on this. Yeah. This this is part of the supply chain. Somebody had asked me about the supply chain the other day. I think it might have been Bill. No, it wasn't Bill. It was somebody else. All right. So um, All right, so we got those equal highs here. Let me see something here. Let's see. I'm not sure what I should say here. All right, let me see. All right. Uh, so what do we have here? We have daily is daily swing. Daily swing is still bearish. One internal structure is bullish with bullish eyeballs. Everybody knows what eyeballs is, right? Internal breakup structure. We have an internal breakup structure here, highlighted by the white line, right? And I should mention parity being there. Let me make sure this. Price is trading above daily bearish chalk at premium supply. This 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 recounting is not important anymore, really. All right, so let me see. Um, let me edit this. Uh, uh, I think that makes sense, right? All right, so just to run you through the daily. What time is it? Ah, that took too long. 7:18. All right. So the daily swing is technically still bearish. All right. Was still bearish. And but the internal structure after this let me use a pointer. You know I like to use my pointers, right? I want a bigger one. All right. All right. So we have the breaking of the lows, right? Swing structure. And when we're talking about swing structures, we're talking about from the extreme points, the lowest to the highest, the lowest to the highest. This is swing structure, which is higher time frame structure, and it's still bearish with the break of structure to the downside. This pullback, we failed to take the low, and you know how already know what I think about that. If you fail to take the low, you got to think about that high going, bro. All right, so if you don't take the low, then the high is in danger. All right. We didn't take that low. All right. That means this is weak and will be subject to liquidation. Price does take out the high, right? Liquidates it, leaves this the relative equal highs, which is a draw on price, which will likely be taken for a mitigation of this zone. Again, this one is the key. This high, this last lower high, if that last lower high is taken, technically the market has shifted from bearish to bullish. All right. Uh, with this supply zone failing here, we also have the setup for a flip zone. All right. I'm looking at the reaction here. All right. And the sweep of liquidity here. This is a this zone does qualify. All right. Uh, for a decent zone to look for buys from. Okay, I'm not going to go through the whole list right now, but let me see. Can I get this, please? For God's sakes, I don't want to spend. Oh man, I got the wrong one. Okay, all right. So we have a sweep of liquidity, a good reaction. This is the extreme of that reaction. Price moves up, takes out that high. If we get a close above this high, right? I'm waiting for price to come back to this zone, and I will look for longs from it. I'm going to mark it from the top of the bearish candle. We see the buy down and the aggressive. I mean the sell down and then the aggressive buying. All right, so this becomes part of the demand chain down here, and I should put that in. I should put that in the notes. Okay, yeah, I think I will. All right. You see how we have a chain here? Boom, 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 boom. All right. So where did this one go? Why why is it not the right color? What is that about? All right. So we have the demand chain here. Make sure we get this one right. All right. Boom, boom, boom. So if price comes back here, I'm going to look for it to hold because this zone broke structure. So that gives it a good reason to hold. All right. I want to make sure I also note solid man chain of man. Okay. All right. Very good. So right now, because we broke that high, we can be looking for buys. Uh, we already took out supply, so we can be looking for buys on the lower time frames. Yeah, I hope you understand how this works. Uh, uh, until we see a sell model, all right. Until we see a sell model with a confirmation entry, we're not going to. We should be looking for buys because the order flow, all right, the internal structure is what I'm referring to when I talk about order flow. The order flow is bullish, and you don't want to go against order flow. You don't, not unless uh, we are, we have the confluences for it. All right, so I'm going to go. I'm using all of this, right? All of this up and above. I'm going to put all of this in my notes for demand. Boom. All right. We're going to shut that off. Now we're going to the 4 hour. All right. And let's see if we can shake this sucker up. I'm coming close to my time deadline. Come on, man. You're just gonna be difficult for no reason, man. Seriously. Come on, man. Work with me, man. Thank you. All right. Those notes don't mean a doggone thing anymore. I need to update everything. Right? Um hmm. You see how we're breaking into the higher ranger here? All right, so all right, this is what I'm gonna do. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, I'll get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. All right, that's nice. That's nice. Don't need it. This is interesting. All right. This is no longer good. Okay. And we have the demand chain down here. I'll just redraw that. No big deal. All right. We have the swing structure is bearish. This didn't turn out to be a lower high. You know why it's not a lower high, right? Because it didn't make a lower low. And that's how you identify structure points. If lower highs create lower lows, if it doesn't create a lower low, it's not a structure point anymore. It's not, it's just structure. It's not a lower high, lower low. This one, this low, this 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 isn't a low if it makes a higher low. Yeah, and because we broke that high, we need a pullback and then up, and then we'll have a trend. And I'm getting off into a whole other things. That is not cool. That's wasting time. I want to mark these things. All right, so we have this failed uh, supply here. Look what time it is. I'm not going to get this done. I'm trying to get it done before US session. Okay, so why am I taking so long? All right, so again, I'm taking the whole range of this candle, right? And really, I should be taking this whole range, because this is where you see the reaction, right? And this zone, I'm going to mark these highs here, relative equal highs. All right, and that is, I'm pretty sure, going to lead to a mitigation. All right, so none of this stuff is even relevant to the case anymore. All right, so let me see. Oh, I feel the coffee. I feel the power of the coffee. I feel the power of the coffee. Let me see. Oh boy. I gotta get my life together here, boy. Oof. Okay. Phew. All right. Are you guys taking notes? All right. So, ugh. Okay. All right. I don't care for a whole bunch of old notes on my stuff, but I need clarity here. All right. So here is the break. All right. Yeah. On here. Huh. Um. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna put these lines here. Okay. I just want to distinguish between the most relevant aspects of this thing. Let me take that out. All right. Okay. That is significant. These are internal. This is internal structure. A break. These. This is a internal. Uh, internal by eyeballs. Pull back, and then a break above. Hmm. You know what? On the 4 hour, it's pretty nifty stuff. So yeah, I like this. All right, so I'm going to mark this here. All right, I think there's a good chance we come up here. MDR, hey, thank you, MDR. Qasim, hey, assalamu alaikum excuse me, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum, MDR. All right, uh, Negan Spot, Negan, I appreciate that. Thank you. Good work. So far, we're not. I'm trying to get through it, man. We gotta be able to get. We gotta get ready. We gotta get faster because the New York session is a half an hour away, and I want to get this thing done before then. And this isn't easy to get through live and keep you guys engaged. Uh, May profits be upon you all. All right. Um, I wonder why my live chat is not chatting. Hold on a second. I'm looking at Trading View right now. Hold on a second. Uh, just give me 1 second. I don't understand why my chat isn't. The stream is ended. Why is the stream ended? I don't understand this. Hold tight. That's old. I'm losing it here. Oh, there you go. There you go. Hey, okay, hold on. I hear you, Inspector. I got you. I'll take a look at Bitcoin. And good morning from Trinidad, my man, Market Explorer. Good morning. I didn't see this chat wasn't active for some reason, and I just couldn't figure out why. Now I think I think I have it. If I'm not mistaken, is this the right one? Am I in the right one here? Yeah, this is the right one. Okay. I just want to make sure that everybody's good. I popped out the chat. This thing should still be live. I don't know what the problem was there. Big delay. And I want to make sure I highlight your name here, bro. Uh, uh, Akol Akol Snikov, Akol Snikov, donated 100 coins, man. I really appreciate that, man. You are awesome. You are awesome sauce. Hey, good morning from Nigeria. All right. Good morning to Nigeria. Sen Senatel? Sen is it Sentiel? Wait, why am I straining to see that? Hold on a second. There you go. Sanitiel. Sanitiel. All right. And Mr. Forster, right? Sleep is optional. I value your teaching. Sleep is optional. All right. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's go. Let me see if I can finish this within the next 15 minutes. That's probably not going to happen, but I'm going to try. I'm glad you hear me clearly. No stream not ended. You are alive. Thank you, MDR. All right. Yeah, Muhammad. Okay, so let's see what you got here, man. Where's my guy from Deutschland? Where is Eunice? Eunice was the one in Deutschland, right? Deutschland. The Gates, where are you? Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going to this is really extended here. Price is already mitigated twice. All right. I expect this high to get taken for a deeper mitigation, quite possibly to the middle of this zone. All right. The median threshold of these zones are super important. Right. This is where all the juicy stuff happens. You see how price is already there with the opening closings and the you gotta pay attention to the middle of zones. You have to pay attention to those middle. All right. Oh, let me get this in here again. Anyway, let me go back. Let me go back to quiet mode and concentrate. I'm getting distracted. Okay. So, all right. So this. Oof. All right. I want to make sure I mark these. What do you call it? The demand chain. Now, why is those demand chains important to mark? Because this gives you a visual floor. All right. You see how price is building like this. And after right around the third touch of a demand chain, then it becomes extended market. Okay. And you start to think prices might be on the verge of failing. All right. So price comes down, trades back into this zone. All right. And we create another demand here. And I'm going to use the top of this candle here. All right. Of the bearish candle. And I'm going down to its extreme bottom here. And you can see we have a nice demand chain. If price comes back here, I'm going to expect this demand zone to give at least a reaction. But let me tell you this: that if price comes up in here to the median threshold, if it comes up here, sweeps this high, and mitigates this supply zone, there's good reason to look for price to come down. All right, one because of the fundamentals at play, but two, we're in premium price, right? We're above the 50% mark. All right, and this is where you want to take shorts. So, although we have a break of structure here, a break of market structure here, it's not the lower high. This is one That's a little high, but because we have a significant, I would call it a significant. Uh, Come on, man, why is this thing still here? Why is it not disappearing? I don't understand what just happened there. All right, because it broke that high, we can look for longs, and we'll look within this candle area, and we'll see on the lower time frame. I forgot to go to the 4 hour. Doggone it. All right. So this is the daily zone. We want to be cognizant of the daily zones, right? This is the full extent of this 4 hour candle. This is why I like this as a target for current price action to take this high, because I believe this is an inducement point where it gets traps buyers, sellers to get into uh, shorts and come back and take them out where the stop losses are. We have a pretty lengthy fair value gap there. So this looks like a great inducement point, and I believe price will go higher. If it comes down before taking that high out, if it comes down, I'll be looking for buys to take into that, because we've already taken out a supply zone. The supply zone failed. That gives us permission. All right, that gives us authorization to look for buys. So if price comes down to maybe here or here, all right, I think it's worth looking for that entry model for bull for a buy. Okay. Uh, Manurat. All right, Cousin. Ahlan wa sahlan. So you're from Manurat. All right. We have another Arabic speaker uh, in MDR, and uh, he'll probably know. He'll probably be familiar with your city of origin. All right, rat, minaret. All right, but let me engage. You just distracted me, Qasim. Qasim. Uh, uh, Qasim. Qasim. That's right. That's where I remember how you spelled it, Qasim. All right. Qasim. Let me see. So let me get here. All right. So I want to refine these larger zones. All right. So I'm looking for this as the contact. I will be looking for bearish price action when it gets up here for sure. All right. So I want to look here and take a good look at this. Let me see. Uh, this one I don't like. There's no what do you call it? There's no. This is too far up for it to be. What do you call it? It's too far up for it to be inducement. All right, so let me get these zones here. All right, so this is a demand, and I'm only giving you the outline of the higher time frame demand zone. All right, so I'm going to concentrate on just the 4 hour. All right, these are all uh, higher time frame zones. Okay, 4 hour zones. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. MDR. What is the safest way to automate a trading edge without getting stooled by the coders? Man, don't be asking me about coding. I that's not. I don't know. I haven't a slightest idea. Maybe somebody in the chat will be able to answer you. I don't deal with bots. I don't deal with automation or indicators. you can ask me about indicators because I've used them in the past. And I don't think there's anything wrong with using an indicator other than they tend to lag. All right. So, but this is also, I don't care for this as a zone, but if there's enough momentum, it doesn't take a lot for price to want to come back and then go up. It doesn't take a lot for price to do that if there's enough momentum to the upside. And there's some momentum in these candles, in my opinion. Stop. So let's hurry up and get through this. All right. You see how price reacted to this zone, crashed through it. So I'm definitely liking. I do like this zone here. I do like this zone. Can you understand why I would like that zone? Trader X, you're crazy. All right. Can you understand why I would like this zone? Let me see if I can. I want to see something here. Yeah, I can. I can refresh it. Hey, I have to refresh this. I don't know why I should have to refresh this. Inspector Crusoe, he said, "Hit the boost, people." Yeah, man, hit the boost. I love the boost. Get. Why isn't it actively? I don't understand that. I don't understand why. I don't show chart snapshot preview. Sound on every message. Sound on addressed to me messages. Sound. I don't understand why I'm not getting updated messages coming in. I don't understand that. Okay, so I like this zone. I'm not in love with it because I want to see a sweep. I want to see a show enough sweep, but this one is part of a demand chain. Can you see it? Can you see that demand chain there? All right. So this one, I'm going to keep on the list. I don't like it because it doesn't have inducement. If there's no inducement, that usually, more often times than not, you'll come on, man. You'll see price come through it because there's no liquidity to get. This becomes a liquidity for a lower zone. You understand? So this is why I like this one because this has the inducement right here. But this one is sitting on a demand chain, so I'm gonna give it some. I'm gonna give it some attention, right? But I do like this zone here. Why? Because it's swept liquidity. Obviously, it has inducement, all right, and it's unmitigated. Price hasn't traded back into it yet. All right, this one's unmitigated, but the sweep is where I have a problem, and the fact that it doesn't have the proper inducement. So if price comes up here for ECB news and then comes you see it turning around, I think it's going to pass right through these zones. All right, this one might not hold depending on how the news is because once the news comes in, it brings in a lot of it's going. Yeah, I agree with you. Good morning, Leslie. At, what's up? Price. Uh, uh, I mentioned that earlier, Leslie, with the earlier zones, because there's a draw on price here. There's a draw on price, and hey, Inspector Crusoe, you and both sides, huh? Okay. Um, uh, the draw is up, right? But I believe this is positioning by the big boys, and we may get a mitigation of the supply, and then come shooting down. If it does come shooting down, I don't think this is going to hold. This one has the best chance of holding. I would happily take a buy here if I see bullish price action, but if the news comes in cold and hard, this is going to uh, likely fail, and will this becomes very vulnerable. We'll see. All right, we'll see how it goes, because it's going to be some big news at for USD and the euro. Look what time it is. Oh my gosh, I'm still here and I haven't even given notes yet. All right, so let me stop talking to you guys. No, I'm talking about today's news. Today is Thursday, is it not? Am I losing it or something? I just today's Wednesday. Excuse me. I am losing it. But when I looked at the news over here, I wasn't looking at the I wasn't paying enough attention. We have new home sales, right? This is a Euro USD, and this is yesterday tomorrow's news, the 27th. I thought I had this set for just today. I'm sorry. I thought I had it set for today. Euro news, ECB tomorrow, and GDP for US dollar. That's my, I have those things in mind. So, as prices moving up to supply, uh, I believe it'll diddle here. It'll move slowly. Yeah, you're right. No, no, only RT is tripping. So, yeah, I'm thinking that if this holds, this holds between now and tomorrow, we should see price move sideways, and depending on how the news comes in, we should see that crash. I don't know if this holds today. This may hold without hard news to come crashing it down. Only hard news today we have is Canadian news, like I had mentioned yesterday. The interest rate for Canada. All right, so let me finish this. Uh, if I can just get through it. I read this thing, thinking this was set for today, and that's again, Nutty Professor strikes again. Okay, so we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this. I'm not sure I got this set right. Yeah, even with this up candle here, you could put it like this. Yeah, you can put it like this on the extreme, because I believe this is where also the fair value gap begins and ends on the 4 hour. So I do like it to come down here. I like the extreme of it. Uh, that's where I live. I live in the future, man. All right. So T, big T. All right. So we'll see what we got going on there. All right. We have this. Just look at this wick here. Okay. Look at this wick here. That's a good wick to come and get that low. That's a good wick, and it mitigated this 4 hour zone. That's an aggressive wick. And from here, price broke that high, broke that high. So I'm expecting price. This is a. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure we put a little. Where is it at? That'll do. Uh, I'm gonna make sure we pay attention to this thing. Did I do it right? Nope, I didn't. Okay. Because this checks some good boxes. Okay. This demand zone. No, no. I'm not putting the fib up. You put your fib up and you do your thing. All right. I'm not putting the fib up here. With the way I look at it, it doesn't uh that that's not important what I'm doing right now. Aggressive. It's an aggressive. This is a good sweep, and it's purposeful. And you see that big institutional kind of candle coming up. You know, this is a good zone. This one, a little sketch. See how we're coming back here? If we come back here, I'll happily take. If price gives me bullish price action, I will happily take a buy here. All right, but this one may react here. It may react here. That's a the preamble, the pre New York session movement going on there. No, no, no. So I do like this low. This low, pretty strong. So I'm definitely looking for the supply to get tapped, and I will happily look for a bearish, you know, situation there. So I want to hurry up, man. Let me put some notes on here. This high was weak, so we had a weak high. Let me do this. All right, right, okay. Uh, right. Definitely, the internals are all bullish, right? That's easy to see. All these cracks here. Come on, man. All right. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. So we're making new highs and everything good. All that internal structure is bullish. The all right, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. Oh, wait a minute. Uh, 4 hour. Let me put this up on top. All right. So you have internal. You see the extremes are breaking higher. Once we have a internal break of structure from the higher time frames, this is internal um, uh, bullish structure. All right, and the 4 hour swings, swing highs and lows, they are showing bullish a bullish bias. So the internal is also bullish. The 4 hour swing is bullish, even though the daily and um, the weekly are bearish, technically. All right, they're bearish, but we have a 4 hour upswing, uptrend developing. The next structure point will be for the 4 hour swing is a higher low. holidays always have an effect on the markets, uh, Inspector Crusoe, because people are not trading. A lot of traders are not trading, so the volumes are lower. All right, especially if there's a bank holiday, the volume is lower, and that leads to volatility. But let me answer that in a little bit. TradeX, I'm going to get what you're talking about in a hot second. Will Bitcoin go up more? Hey, what is it? Shandana, Shandana, welcome. All right. Uh, that ECB news is tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern Standard, and I appreciate that, Market Explorer. Awesome, awesome thing to say, man. I promise you, this teaching is like diamond and pearls. Take it from a guy who started with lots of indicators, and they really lag a lot. So if you do not know which indicator to use, get this information and then choose. Or get this information, then choose indicators. Hey, yeah. VPN update app. Maybe I need to, Inspector Crusoe. Maybe I need to. All right, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you covered. Let me see. All right. So with the reason why I'm pointing out uh, uh, this internal structure here, the swings, the swing low, swing high, swing low, it broke that high already. The reason why I'm pointing that out is because you have to go with you if you're taking a buy now. All right, and you should be because you're breaking, you have failed supply zones. You should be looking for longs for this session because we are in bullish structure, both swing structure and internal structure. So buys are in order, in my opinion. All right. If we mitigate here, we're in the premium of this bearish leg for the weekly and daily swing. All right, which are both technically still bearish. You understand? All right. So yes, on the pullback. So in answering Inspector Crusoe, so this looking for buys for me, the safest ones will be either here or here. All right, we'll see what happens here. We'll take a look at that on the 15 minute. But I just want to get those, get you give make those notes. Uh, you know, what do you call it? Just want to voice it out for you. All right. Hmm. So I don't know if I should leave this the week. Let's move all of this. Okay. Uh, move that down to 4 hour. Okay. That looks pretty good. All right. So I gave you the verbal notes on this already. Let's go to the 15 and see what we can see. It's already 4 minutes into. I'm not going to do a whole lot of marking up here. I'm going to see if this thing is developing. Hold on, man. This is a lot of clutter. just, just a whole lot of clutter. Oh my gosh! All right, I got some house cleaning to do. It's not giving us a pullback yet, but listen, man, we're only 4 minutes into the what do you call it? Who wrote that? Who wrote that? Let me see. Turning blue, watching the 15 minute. Thank you. Uh, market is way too trendy. Adar, what is it? Adarsh. All right. Weekly. It's not giving us a pullback. Adarsh. It'll give. You got to be patient for it. It'll give a pullback. We just opened up in the New York session, Adarsh. Everyone should be doing this. That's right, Inspector Crusoe. Everybody should be doing it. You got to do it. Uh, Shandana, yeah, you're saying Bitcoin will be up? All right. So, well, I'll tell you what. If the news comes in tomorrow for the U.S. dollar and this in ECB, we could see uh, things turn around, and we might see a bullish boom, in Bitcoin. But we have to see things first. We got to see the numbers come in. Now, this is the price action as it is right now on the 15 minute, right? I want to take a quick look, just a quick gander at, you see that we already took out, uh, London's already taken out the Asia highs. All right. And this is where I start to look for these Asia lows. Why you're doing that? This is where I start looking for these Asia lows to get taken, and maybe we get some bullish price action here. So I'm going to keep an eye out for that because I want to see that London high get taken for uh, this uh, this liquidity at this high and the mitigation of that supply. That scenario makes sense to me, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen. It just means it makes sense. All right, so we're getting ready to come to this area. All right, now this zone doesn't look like much in my book. It doesn't look like much on the 4 hour for a zone, right? But it may work out on the lower time frames. I'm going to look here, all right, and there is no real what do you call it? No, Adarsh, no, I'm not. I wasn't laughing at you. I wasn't laughing at you at all, Adarsh. So I'm not sure what I was laughing at when I took the laugh. Uh, I was saying that it's not, when you said it's not giving a pullback. I was just pointing out that give it some time for a second. But I wasn't laughing at anything. You didn't do anything wrong. All right. Don't be getting up. Don't listen. Don't get sensitive up in here. All right. Ain't nobody trying to. You're not gonna get no insults from me. All right. Not unless somebody's being extra rude. All right. So and you weren't being rude at all. So look how price is moving a little bearishly. Now, what am I looking for here? I'm looking for an entry model, right? My normal entry model. Uh, I'm looking for something like this, right? This is what I look for. And the flip side of that for bullishness, I'm looking for this every time. I'm looking for a high, a higher low, a higher high, and then a breaking of that higher low. I want to see that low being broken. This is a market structure break, right? And then I want to see the return to impulse or just the pullback, into this leg of structure. And in this leg of structure, I will find a supply zone to take a trade from and ride it down. All right. That's the entry model. All right. And that's as simple as I can put it. So we may have an entry model here, but is this mitigating something over here to the left? I really got to get rid of all of this stuff. I really got to get rid of this stuff. I don't want a whole lot of markings on my chart. And this is way too much for my liking. All right. So did I not put this on? No, I didn't. Okay. All right. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to get rid of all of this and clear that up. All right. So now I want to see that this line, I want to reproduce this. All right. Definitely want to reproduce that. Let's see. Come on, man. There you go. All right. Let's see if we can get this right. All right. There you go. I want to see these highs being taken. Boom. All right. This is mitigating the zone up here. Forgot all about the supply zone here. So let's mark this out. And we're actually at the extreme of the zone here. So I'm going to stretch that on over. We have a lot of fair value for price to come and get and rebalance, right? So this mitigation here is legitimate. All right, we're on the 15-minute. So what do I see? I'm sure some people have already made a note of it here, right? But this is kind of hunky junky for me. I don't like hunky junky. All right, I need it to be cleaner. I want to see a clear displacement, not this. All right, some people are going to take this trade. All right, some people are going to take this as a setup, as the model, and they wouldn't be wrong. All right, but for me, this is a little sketch, a little sketch. All right, there is a break, here. Let me. You do have a 15-minute change of character, and that's what you want to see. But you only need a wick break for a change of character. I'll explain. Everyone should know the difference between a change of character and a break of market structure or a break of structure. All right, this isn't what I would call actual structure. A good pullback is structure. All right, I want to see higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low. I want to see a break of this. That would be a BOS. All right, but on a smaller scale, the chalk is a early indication that there's going to be a shift from bullish to bearish momentum. All right. All right. That's the early warning sign. That you can find in here, right? In the minutia of price. All right. You look for that early warning sign because that usually leads to a break of structure. All right. If the trend is going in that direction. All right. But a break of character, a break of structure is something different. That confirms that this up move, sorry, that confirms that this up move is quite possibly over. All right. If you got a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, you want to look for your change of character up here. I didn't mean to use that, up here. All right. But this is your actual structure point. You can get your change of character up here, right? But until it breaks this low, or until it breaks this low, excuse me, this is your break of structure. So in an uptrend, let me do it this way. All right. You need to see a break. This is your BOS here. All right. This is your structure point. Why? Because this is a higher high, higher low, higher high. Where do you see your change of character? Here, on a much smaller scale, right? That's your change of character that you'll find here. In your in your break of structure, that's what you'll find when this is broken. This confirms once this is broken that this pullback is over. All right. That price is only retracing to make the higher low to make the higher high. That's the confirmation. All right. Once price breaks this, that means full steam ahead on the way up. All right. That's what a break of structure will indicate. But a change of character is the early one, early sign. Yeah, it looks like price may change, may shift from bullish to bearish momentum, but there's no confirmation here. All right. The, for me, as price is mitigating here, I would need to see this broken with a pullback. I would need to see that broken now. You understand? Price is up here enough, a good length of time, and I want to see the low with a, what is this? I want to see this low get a candle body break and close. You only need a wick for a change of character, but a candle body break and close below is an actual break of market structure for me, and it demonstrates more the intent of price to go lower. All right, wicks could go back the other way, and the only purpose it served was a liquidity grab. So I'm watching this. I'm watching this intently right now as price moves a little sideways. If somebody is looking to take a short from up here, they can. They can. I want to, but I'm looking for some confirmation. I'm looking for some confirmation myself. All right. You can take a change of character entry, but we have bullish order flow, right? And with a change of character, I don't think that's enough to justify getting into a a short going against order flow and 4 hour swing structure. You need a confirmation that this up move is over, and the only way you're going to get that confirmation is through an internal break of structure, and that would be here, really. All right, that would be here. This is an aggressive check. The change of character is aggressive, an aggressive entry, and it's I think you need more confirmation that price intends to go lower when it comes to going against order flow. All right, you have to let the market demonstrate that it has an intent to go lower. And when you have an internal break of structure to the downside, you wait for the pullback and you take that high probability trade to the downside. I hope that I explained that clearly. All right. There is this looks like if you're thinking Wyckoff Inspector Crusoe, you can and I don't use it. All right, I don't use Wyckoff, uh, but I'm familiar with it. You can look at this as a maybe accumulation model, right? You can think of it. This could be a redistribution, or it could be an accumulation. We don't, I don't know. It could be it could, it's too early for me to tell. All right, but I like the fact that price is manipulating, not manipulating, is accumulating orders here, right? and we'll see if it breaks higher or lower. But I'm looking for something very demonstrative, impulse correction and impulse. That's the way I'm looking at it too. Trader X. I got you, Bill. I know what you're saying. So, hey, good morning, Eunice. The Gates. All right. So we are 18 minutes into uh, market open. I'm still looking for a an entry model. I gave you already what my you know the what the higher time frames are looking at, and uh, all we have is possibilities right now. I'm waiting to see if price will take out these highs, which are right there for just right for the taking. But right now we are reacting to the extreme of supply, right? Uh, I'm doing just fine, Eunice. All boxes are not checked. No, all boxes are not checked. That's right. You're not 100%. So I want to hold off. I want you to hold off being extra aggressive. If that's your trading style or your part of your trading plan, you do your thing. I don't want to tell you either way. All right. If price does give a displacing kind of move to the downside and then pull back up, that's when I will look for supply, because may hold this supply may hold until we get uh, a tap into some demand zones, and I want to see if that's going to happen. I want to be patient and wait for the magic, right? But give me a second. I'll be right back. Give me a second, right back. Look at this. Look at this. I'm watching you. Matter of fact, let me see what this looks like on the 5 minute. Hold on. All right. Yeah. Now, this is interesting. You see what it did here? It came back up. Oh, snap. Yeah. This might be the entry for a short. This might be the entry for a short, folks. If you're thinking about it, you should be thinking about it. Look at this, right? Price comes up, takes the high, but respects the zone. We're still coming down. All right, there was a nice break of 5 minute market structure here. All right, and uh, we had to pull back into supply, and then we have this. What I'm looking for, what I'd like to see, is a break, a more demonstrative move. It's dangerous. This is chewy. This is chewy, but there is some interesting developments going on. This is an unmitigated 5 minute zone of supply. All right, and price has already swept. Now, if it takes that low, what I described earlier about it showing taking a low, a break and close below it, and then pulling back, that could play out. But this looks like the entry model here. Thinking about it on the 1 minute. Let me see. I don't want to rush anything. Yeah, this did give a change of character and a pullback, return to impulse. Look at this. But it left relative equal highs, right? Again, guys, if you're going to take shorts, just know that you're going against the structure and order flow and all that good stuff. Can you do it? Of course you can. If you can do whatever you want to do, it's your world. All right. But I will tell you, I don't like taking trends against order flow. This bullish order flow, I don't want to take a short against it until I see a sure enough 15-minute break of structure. And that hasn't happened. All right. This one is giving uh, structure breaks on the 5 minute or with 5 minute structure. It's giving structure breaks, but it's not breaking this low. So what does that make me do? What does that make you think? What I tell you what it makes me think. Makes me think price is going to go up and mitigate. What did I tell you about not taking lows? What did I say just yesterday? I said if it doesn't take the low, I'm worried about the high. And when I say worry, I mean I think the high is now vulnerable for a, a liquidity target because this low is holding. This low led to a higher high, right? It actually broke, uh, took out that high. There's good intent here, good intent to go higher, and we didn't make a new low. So and it tapped right. It tapped that demand zone. That's interesting. That is interesting. So if you took a long from this area, it would be with order flow. All right. So uh, I'm gonna watch this for a second. I'm gonna leave this on my chart. I'm gonna watch this for a second. All right. This is some bearish momentum, and it led to a break of this this low here. Hold on now. Come on, man. All right. This is showing intent to go lower, right? So if we break that low and price pulls back up into this, you could take what is, now you see why it was turning blue. What's turning blue? What are you referring to, Bill? What is turning blue? Oh, the candle turning blue? Is that what you meant? Oh, you're turning blue. You're crazy, man. Okay. All right. Uh yeah, I'm looking at this oh, not you. I don't understand, man. I don't know what's I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to you see how it's responding here, right? One, two touches. Are you going to take that high out? I'm looking for a change of character. If this thing changes character, if this thing we get a bullish chalk here, I'm going to tell you something. That is presents an interesting situation because what it has to break this line, right? And this is again, this is aggressive. This would be aggressive. I'm just giving you a scenario. Hey, what's going on, CW? Good to see you. All right, if we get the come on, man, I didn't mean to take that one. If price breaks here, all right, it's already swept that low. All right, if it doesn't go any lower, if it holds the low or the demand zone holds and comes up here, as soon as it breaks this, I'm marking down here the demand zone, like maybe here, depending on how it holds. But I'm marking the demand zone, and I'm looking for a pullback to take a trade to the upside. Again, that would be that for me. That is a uh, aggressive an aggressive entry. All right, but we did have a sweep here. We're at demand that led to a break. There's bullish order flow. It's a little aggressive because prices are in rangy dangy. All right, and any trade in the middle here can lead to the torture chamber. All right. I wish Pearly was in the house, my man Tim, because This is a range, folks. And if you're going to play ranges, you want to be at the edges, at the top or bottom of the range. All right. You can look at this as mid range, right? And this is its own range. But if you're going to take a trade, you want to take it from you want to take a short. I would be taking it from here, not anywhere else. And if I'm going to take a long, I'm in the area where I would want to take a long if it sets up. All right. Now we just took the low, which means my bar for the change of character is going to go lower. My change of character would let's see if it violates this low. If it violates this low, I'm looking for the pullback, right? But for the change of character, I guess yeah, this would be right here. All right, let's see if this low holds and comes up and takes this out. All right, nope, it's not going to hold. Looks like we have to recognize when oh wait a minute now, hold on let's let the candle close first. All right, this could be a wick and go on up. We don't know. I want to see a candle close. All right, so we have a bearish situation here. All right, we already see that we have a break of market structure. All right, price broke this low, pulled up, broke that low, swept liquidity, and we've come down low with a nice displacing impulse. Now I'm very interested in. I'm a little more interested anyway. Let me put it that way. I'm a little more interested in shorts if we get a pullback into supply. As soon as price breaks structure, you should be looking at uh, the supply that is responsible for the that breakout structure. All right, and I will mark it out, and we'll see what we got. I'm bearing in mind there's equal highs and an unmitigated zone of supply. I would prefer to take longs to go along with the trend. All right, the 4 hour again is bullish. The swing structure and the internal structure is bullish. All right, but on the 15-minute, uh, I didn't take a look, because we might be coming down here. All right, and I think we have enough range. Sorry, I think we have enough range. Supply. All right, I think we have enough range for a an aggressive counter counter out order flow trade. With this area here, you see these sell to buy wicks. All right, on the lower time frames, you'll see that those are demand zones. They're not the strongest, and I don't believe they'll hold. I don't think they'll hold very much. But you can always look to these for a reaction. All right, so, and this is where we're currently reacting, right? All right, so we'll see if we'll see if I don't know, what is that, 101000158, and this one is, you can see that there. All right, so can everybody see these numbers clearly? I want to know uh, by response. Uh, First of all, welcome, Pasa, Pa, P.A. Salavini. Man, I'm messing up. I'm messing up the name. I'm sorry. But I see where you asked, can you please explain again what is break of structure and change of character. I have to. You're gonna have to. I'm gonna post this video, and you can do all the review, and you would love to. You would like. That was I took some time to explain that, so it's not. I don't want to take too much more time in trying to keep up with this current price action. All right. BZ, yes, yes, yes. Okay, everybody can see it. All right. So this area here, we've taken out supply here, right? A pullback into supply. I mean, we're taking out demand. I'm sorry. We're taking out demand here. A pullback into supply is not so far fetched to look for a short position, and I believe we could make it down to this area. And let me see something here. Right here. Do I have it right? Do I have it right? No, I don't have it right. All right. Thank you. All right. I think there's enough range for somebody to think about taking a short position. Hold on a second. I gotta go feed the birds. I'll be right back. Okay. So, looking at this price action, this is the kind of price action. Uh, Everybody there, hey, I appreciate you, BZ. Leslie, thank you. Bill Porter, thank you. $1? $1. Good morning to all of you. May profits be upon you. Look at the reaction to parity. Uh, you're talking to Inspector Crusoe, Eunice? All right. Can you please explain again? All right, I got that message. Let me see if there are any more messages over there. Let me refresh. I wonder why this thing isn't. Thank you for mentioning that. Is it Ilya Grasta? Okay. Thank you for mentioning that to give a boost. Hey guys, if you haven't done so, make sure you give the stream a like if you like what you see. That's all. Uh, and I appreciate those that are asking for me. All right, that's all. That's awesome. That's awesome. Um, so price is pulling back up into the supply. It could turn here. It could turn here. Now I'm gonna be straight with you. Uh, this isn't my style of trading to want to take. It's, actually, it is my style. It's but I just on judgment. All right, this area here is chewy. All right, that's rangy chewy for me. All right, but there is some clarity. There is some clarity, and the question is, do I want to get involved in a trade here? Because I believe that these are low quality trades. They could work. Taking shorts from here, all right, they can work, but the conditions are like I've been taking you through up to. I showed you the daily. I showed you the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, and you can see how the 15 is. All right. I don't like. Okay. What? Uh, Higher highs and higher lows going up, right? Do I want to take counter trend trades? And you can make a living off of counter trend trades, sure, right? But are they the higher probability trades? You understand? Uh, I already showed you on the higher time frame. You have this here, right? Uh, uh, you have those that the liquidity from equal highs sitting right here, and right above that there is a 4 hour zone that is unmitigated, and I believe price intends to go up there to mitigate that zone. And I would happily take shorts from there because this zone is happens to be in the premium area uh, of the higher time frame structure. All right, look at this leg of structure here that broke. We have structure breaks there, right? To the downside, higher time frame, right? And then price pulls up in the premium above the 50% of this leg, the 50% of this leg, and didn't take that low. So that high becomes liquidity. And I believe price will take out the inducement for people who are taking shorts too early because it's a bear trap. Okay. I'm letting you guys know that's what that is. Inducement is a bear trap. Okay. Take those lows, and then it come back and take you out, take out your stop losses, mitigates the zone, and then it goes in its intended direction. All right. We can, if it comes up here, I'm looking for shorts because the higher time frames, the weekly, the daily, are still technically bearish, and we are in a bearish leg of structure. But the 4 hour turned bullish, right? It was bullish here. We had a break of structure here. It turned bearish, right? Didn't fulfill the job of the high. Didn't make a new low, right? Price comes out, takes that high out. We are looking at higher highs and higher lows on the 4 hour. That's bullish structure. All right. The order flow is bullish. Okay. So with this last, come on, why is it taking so long to go away? Thank you. All right. Yeah. All right. So uh, uh, we have a pullback here on the 4 hour. That it looks like price wants to come back in here, and I would love to take a buy from here. I would love to take a buy from here to see price come up here. This is a better buy. This is the optimal buy because of the how you qualify a demand zone. All right. They're not all built the same. They're not all built alike. All right. And you have to have criteria. I will go over that criteria with you. You want to see, is it mitigating? Is it mitigating a demand zone? All right. This one was. This is a higher time. Sorry. This is a higher time frame zone right here. And that's a 4 hour zone. And it is what do you call it? Part of a demand chain. You see the demand chain here. Matter of fact, can you not see it? All right, you see the demand chain here. 1, 2, 3. Each one respects the last one. Right? You see that demand chain like that. All right. Is it mitigating? Does it Yeah, this is a blast off point in my opinion, but this is the key here, right? You go to the lows. Are these strong lows? Did they lead to higher highs? Did they lead to a break of market structure? You're looking at those lows where the demand zones are formed. Okay, you want to see a change of character or a break of structure. What does that really mean? You want to see uh, did that demand zone cause a break of market structure? That's all. That's what you want. That's what you want to see. All right, and also you want to see did it leave an inducement? Is there inducement in that pull away leg of structure? All right. And this one, it has it right there. All right. You also want to see, I said, mitigation, break of market structure. You want to see inducement. You want to see, did it leave an imbalance? Is the zone imbalanced? There's an imbalance. All right. That draws price to it, of course. All right. So you have uh, those things going for you. The imbalance, break, a break of market structure, and is it mitigating a zone? All right. The other most important thing, not the most important, but really a key point is, did it sweep? Was there a sweep of liquidity before it took off? You have to see that. All right. This one qualifies, right? Also, I want to see a a V-shaped move, what I call a V-shaped recovery. I want to see the buy, the sell off, the sell down before the aggressive buying, and I want to see it look like a V. All right. If you see price uh, do the sell down, right, and then you see it chopping its way up out of that, that's not this. All right. And that makes me think this zone is more likely to fail because there's no strength to it. All that, all this, each time it comes down, there's are mitigations of this zone, taking all the orders. All right. When price comes through, there's no orders to pick up, so it'll probably pass on through. You understand that's the logic. That's the logic behind that theory. All right. So what do you have? Mitigation, break of market structure. Um, uh, what was that other thing? I wanted to give it in the order I gave it. Mitigation, break of market structure. That comes in the form of a chalk or a or break of, actual BOS. All right, that's just a break of market structure. Is all you're looking for. You want to see imbalance. Did it leave an imbalance? All right. Did it sweep liquidity? You have to have those boxes checked, and you want to see that V shape. I just gave you all of them. All right. That's the sauce. That's how you evaluate whether this zone is going to hold price if it comes back to it or not. All right. Now you're gonna ask yourself, does this one qualify? Does this one qualify? Does it check most boxes? Is it good enough? That kind of thing. All right. So we'll see. All right. So I don't want to take a trade against bullish order flow, which is the internal structure, and it broke swing structure. Higher, higher, low, and we may be making the higher high. So if you want to take counter trend trades in there, you do your thing. And my hats off to you for those that get successful trades. Okay, but I hope everybody understands what I just said. How to mitigate, how to look for proper zones to trust. All right, this one has no inducement in this leg, so this when price comes back here, I'm not so sure it holds if it gets down to the middle of this zone. All right, this I marked this on. This is a 4 hour zone, so I need to refine it to a 15-minute zone. Let's see if I can get rid of that. Thank you. All right, so we're getting price chopping down. You gotta look at this and say this looks corrective. That is corrective structure. This is an impulsive move. All right. The characteristics of this impulse is these high volume kind of candles. When it's coming down like this, that's corrective. And you got to think impulse, correction, impulse. All right. So you don't, when you're taking these counter trend, kind of counter order flow trades, you want to make sure that you're not swinging for the fences. All right. You want to make sure you're taking it down to the next opposing zone that is a valid zone anyway. So I'm looking for a reaction here and maybe a pullback. And do I want to get involved? with it along there. I don't know. I'm going to take a look. This thing is dripping down. Yes, correction instructions are slow and they slant downwards. Yes, in this case, yeah, with bearish order flow, yeah. See, these zones here gave uh, you know, gave a reaction, right? We're coming back through it again. We're already what do you call wick through it, so we may get a bit of a bounce again. And if price would come up here, I would love to take a short and ride this down. I wouldn't mind that at all because the price is kind of confirmed. You can see with that low and the sweep of this high, right? And then we come down again here, all right, breaking that low. We have an entry model. It's against order flow, but it's more confirmed for me. It's more confirmed that price would has an intent to go down. All right, go further down. Still high. Is not as high probability, but I think looking at the 15-minute structure here, it looks like we're just correcting this impulsive move, right? Yes, in this structure, we see an upward leg to form in order to sweep all those equal highs it left above, right? Your order model twice. Bill, you're 100%. You're 100%. But again, uh, you you just understand this entry model is a break of structure and a return to impulse, right? It's also a change of character, all right? Because this is just a structure, and on a smaller time frame, the break of structure on a 15-minute time frame is actually a 4-hour change of character, right? The 4-hour change of character on a 15-minute time frame is actually on the 5 and 1 minute is a change of is a break of structure. Do you understand what I mean? All right. So this entry model works on it's because of the nature of the markets. It's fractal. What you see on the higher time frame and the lower time frame are exactly the same. All right, but on the lower time frame, uh, the change of character is the earliest warning sign that we're going to see a market shift. I don't want to get involved in uh, rangy markets. I don't like to get involved with rangy markets because price can uh, uh, I know what you mean, MDR. You mean bullish, bullish continuation. Uh, I, but this here looks, this corrective structure. You can get involved and take short. Somebody could have took a short up here. No, you can see that the entry model is there, no doubt, a couple of times, just like you had pointed out. But I want to caution you: you don't just take that entry model without taking in account what the context is. All right, what context is it in? What time frame are we talking about? And are we in an impulsive leg or are we in a corrective leg of structure? Context means everything, everything. So I would be really, really careful on just looking at the entry model without taking into account, is it, are we pointed in a counter trend? Are we going against order flow? Are we pro trend? All right. Are we going with internal structure and uh, external structure? I want that entry model, but I need those circumstances to be correct. Okay. Uh, So I'm waiting myself. I'm waiting patiently. I think a short from here, because this is unmitigated, could work. But what's going to happen is, you see how much time we're spending here, all that chop chop over here. You can it's perfectly uh, uh, okay to say, RT, you are way too, like conservative. I used to be a 1 minute scalper, super aggressive in my trade manager, super aggressive about everything. All right. Over time, I've cut out taking a trade that shows, hey, price broke structure here. I'm going to take this trade. Looking at that in a vacuum. All right. Looking at this in a vacuum. All right. I need to know. Uh, uh, I need to know if we're going against order flow, if we're going against the trend. Before, all I needed was a demand zone or a supply zone, a supply zone or a demand zone. I just needed to bump, right? I need price to bump here, and I said, okay, I got the entry. Looks like the entry model. Let me take it here. But I never asked myself, where am I in the higher time frame structure? I didn't know. I didn't care. All I knew was that there was a order block here. There was an order block there. I need to look for my entry model once it reached those order blocks, right? And that's not the way I've come to trade now, because you take losses, you're in more action, you take more trades, your win rate your win rate uh, gets affected. You might say, oh, 36% hit rate, strike rate, right? But I'm profitable. I'm profitable at the end of the week. But you've taken 10 trades. Three of those trades are winners, three of them are losers, and you had four break evens, right? That's not the way I want to trade anymore. I want to take 1 to 2 trades per session. All right. When I sit down, I want to take 1 or 2 trades. If the first one hits, I'm done for the day. And and then we're getting the risk to reward and all that good stuff. And the win rate doesn't mean as much to me. All right. I'm taking higher quality trades. If you go through your back testing and you mine the data that it gives you, you'll find that what I found was, whenever I looked at my trades and I saw I was counter trend, right, more than half of those trades failed. All right. When the ones I'm looking at, the ones that won, I'm looking at the ones that failed. The ones that won most of the time were the ones that were pro trend. The ones that won half of the time were counter trend trades. And you want the purpose of back testing and forward testing is to make your trading more efficient, right? You're going to look at that data, and you're going to mine that data for all the information it reveals to you, and you start to say, I can do less and gain more. You understand? Efficiency. You want to build towards efficiency. Does that make sense to everybody? I hope it does. So while other people will take this, will look at this here and say, this looks like a good trade. See this? All I need. That's it. For me, I'm zooming out and I'm going, this is a bullish, we have bullish momentum. All right. We have a shift in the market. Great. But why is price turning bearish in with bullish order flow and bullish structure? It's to make a higher low, quite possibly coming from the low here, the swing low to the swing high, right? Divided in half. All right. And we're coming into demand, discount from premium price. I'm looking for price to maybe base out here and go up.
That makes sense to me, and I think that is a higher probability trade to look for. All right. So this right here, if this candle closes this way, what we see is that price made a new, did not break that low. So now what am I worried about? Aha, the high, right? And I want to see this high being taken out. That's what I want to see. All right. All of these are part of the down move except this one. So my change of character is always going to be at the inside bar. All right. And that change of character, what am I using these green lines for? All right. My change of character is going to be here. And if price breaks that and pulls back, I'll be looking to take longs. If you want to take shorts, you go right ahead. I think the longs have a better chance of success. I think I think they are higher probability for the reasons that I just outlined. Does anybody agree or disagree with what I said? Does it at least make sense? Does my logic make sense? All right. If you're a scalper, you don't care. You're going to take it at zones where you think price had found support there, and I'm going to take that. Price found resistance here, so I'm gonna take that. So it doesn't matter for a scalper, and I know that mentality well. All right, and hats off to you if you that's the way you want to trade. All right. No judgment from me. I've become a little bit more conservative. So I'm looking to now I'm looking more towards where is the higher probability setups, right? Bill, you are getting better at spotting the setup. All right, and that's just telling you, just letting us know that you're working towards efficiency of your trading plan, your trading style, your trading strategy. You're working towards efficiency. Now, I'm going to pay really good attention here because I think, you see how where the candle bodies are closing and opening. You got the wicks down. We haven't taken this low yet with a break and close. And you look for those early warning signs, right? Uh, for this move, I'm waiting for price to take this high. If it takes this high, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to look for the demand zone, right? We have a demand here, and I could easily put it this way, but we also have an inside bar here. I love inside bars, and I will be looking here for a price to sweep and or come up. But I want to see. I'm going to keep my eye on that inside bar. Uh, we'll see what it does here. Me and my aggressive entries. This is aggressive for me. I'm going to tell you straight up because it's a change of character entry, and that's aggressive. All right, but if we get something like this here, you know, the entry model is there. We have the lowest point, right? Price building back up. We can come down. Didn't take that low. Didn't respected the low. All right, you just got to make sure that price takes this high. It can take it with a wick, or it can take it with a candle body close, but we need the pullback, right? Yes, then look for buys. You're looking for a buy. Yes, then look for buys. Looking to see how price acts around 2:30 p.m. UK time at the previous daily high. Okay, 9976. What are you? All right, yeah. 99. Oh, well, shoot. Previous previous daily high. Let me see. Hmm. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I think we may have You see how price is responding to this little divot of a doggone demand. But for me, price hasn't violated this demand as yet with a candle body break and close. For me, this zone still holds. So I'm going to see if we can get involved. You see how much time price is spending at this level? You know, we could be rounding up here and continuing to its impulse that was bullish. That's the thing. That's what I'm looking for. If we go to, let's say, a 5 minute, and you got to look, push, accumulation, push, and we have this correction. This correction didn't pull back much, right? So you got to think: is there a bigger pullback to come? All right. That's one of the things that when I don't see a full like 50% of an impulse pullback, I'm thinking that that pullback will come later, even if it goes higher. This could very well come on back down here. That's why I'm looking for a more conservative entry for a short. If I get the bearish price action at a qualified zone of supply, then uh, I'm not thinking that it might be a bad thing. I just want to see if this uh, how this correction goes. I want to I want to take a good stock in this correction because we're playing around on the lower time frames. And what time is it now? 9:05. Guys, I might have to I might cut this, but I want to make sure that you receive some value today. What did we go over? What did we go over? We went over qualifying zones. We went over mapping out your charts, mapping out the looking at the weekly for your directional bias, right? Your daily to get that bias and start mapping out the different demand and supply zones, uh, taking stock of where we are in price as far as premium and discount, right? I went through uh, week highs and week lows. Look at this. Look at what we got going on here. This is the 1 minute. All right. I don't like the fact. I don't like the fact that it broke that high and gave me this. I need to see that this high broken because this is where that high is responsible for that low, right? If we get bearish price action from here, I would not be surprised. But I'm hoping that this demand zone holds from here and then breaks that high and then comes back. All right, for a sweep. It's going someplace. Yeah, it is going someplace, man. Hey, good afternoon, Lucas. Lucas, excuse me. And Igna, what's going on, man? I appreciate you stopping in, Igna. You came in a half an hour ago. Good job, man. Afternoon. It also happens that I have this zone marked on daily, looking to mitigate that wick or some or small pullback, and also looking to take a sell at daily wick on on that structure. All right, Lucas. Not sure why my previous comment didn't show up. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I refreshed the the Trading View chat box, and I don't know why it didn't show up. I don't. I have no idea. All right, but yeah, I want to make sure you guys receive some value uh, uh, while I'm breaking all this down, and I'm hoping that you find it insightful and you're learning something. If you do, and you did, do make sure you hit the like button. Do hit the boost on TradingView if you would. I would appreciate that. It helps my channel to grow, and it also helps the algorithm find me in searches. Okay, so your comments and your likes and boosts, uh, I really appreciate, and you know, that encourages me to do more live streams. Okay, so again, let me make sure we while we're watching this cook. All right, don't get cooked in this now. All right, we're watching this cook. It looks like price wants to go higher, and if it goes higher and pulls back, I'll be inclined to take a buy. All right, I will be inclined to take buy, even though I'm telling you that would be aggressive because I believe price is still correcting, and we don't know if that correction is over yet. The only way we know if a correction is over is with a a, a not just a change of character, but a break of market structure. All right, looks like we might be going up, but I want to go through this real quick. All right, let me go through this real quick. Hello. All right. Uh, on the um, on the weekly, we can see that we're still in a very strong downtrend, right? And where is price right now on the weekly? You can't see it on this chart, but I will go to the chart you can see it on. FXCM, all right. It has the longer data. You can see that more data. All right. You can see price is touching down at a demand zone, and I believe that's a 3 month demand zone, if I'm not mistaken. We're right. We're touch. Well, I mean, we're just barely touching it. Right. We're barely touching the demand zone at on 3 months, a 3 month demand zone. All right. So we should expect some kind of reaction here. All right. We are filling in a 3 month uh, imbalance. All right. A fair value gap, and price is trading into that fair value gap. So we got to expect some kind of reaction here. All right, we should we should all be in agreement on that. On the monthly, uh, again, we're just in the same zone, but this is a very bearish leg of structure, and we broke some very the hardcore lows, those swing points. All right, uh, that low, that lower low, we push back up, and then we make a new lower low. These swing highs and that swing low, we are bearish. Make no mistake about it, and we're working on this this demand zone, which is embedded. This monthly demand zone, which is embedded in a 3 month demand zone. Let's go to the weekly. Everybody understand? So far, we're very bearish, right? All right, still a very bearish leg, but what do we see? The difference here is on the weekly is we have a market structure break to the upside. We haven't had a close yet. We haven't had a close yet. We are in this demand of this supply zone. Actually, this is the extreme of the supply zone. I would mark the beginning of this supply zone here, but we are coming towards the extreme of the supply zone, well within it. Okay, and we're pretty much at the midpoint where a lot of transactions take place in the midpoint of a supply zone. So we are in supply, and we're waiting for the reaction to it. We have a little wick forming, so we are reacting to weekly supply. Everybody online with that? Say yes, say yes. All right. Uh, Guys, we have Discord. Also, feel free to join. Yeah, you do what you got to do there, man. Do what you got to do. All right. Trader X, thank you very much for mentioning that. All right. Um, uh, this is the daily. All right. If we look at daily, excuse me, I don't know why I got that there. All right. So if we look at the daily, you can see that we have a daily. We had a daily. What do you call it? Daily trend. All right. A nice little trend line that was broken to the upside. Right. So uh, that's something to consider, just to consider as a confluence. But what we have here is the swings, the swing lows, the pullback, and then this leg of structure here. All right, we are in a bearish leg of structure. We're in this trading range. All right, the internal of that trading range. We turn bullish. We come into equilibrium. We fail to make a new low, and then we break this high. All right, the internal structure on the daily has turned bullish. All right, even though the swing structure is bearish, we have a bullish turn. And like I always say, if we are in a downtrend and price turns up, what is it likely doing? Making the new lower high for a new lower low to follow, right? So we have to be careful. Just can't say, "Oh, I'm going to enter in long here and just hold it." You got to realize we're going into premium price, and there's supply zones up here, and we're still in a bearish leg in bearish higher time frame structure. So taking buys have to be done with caution. All right. You want to be pro trend, right? Those are the higher probability trades. If we go to the 4 hour, right? Everybody's with me, right? I hope. I hope. All right. We go to the 4 hour. What do we see? We see all my markings are not here. I don't understand why. I do not understand why. All right. Because they're supposed to be relative equal lows, relative equal highs here that price is getting ready to mitigate. I mean, getting ready to take. All right, on the verge of taking it anyway. So we want to bear that in mind. We want to bear that in mind because this is a draw on price, the liquidity up here. All right. Oh my gosh, what is going on? All right. So price is reacting to the top of this supply zone up here. This is a 4 hour supply zone here. All right. I don't know why it's not showing, to be honest with you, but this is the daily supply, and it stretches all the way over, and we're at the top of it here. Okay. So we also have a daily supply that price could come up and mitigate, and that's what I'm looking for right now. All right. That's what I'm looking for to happen. That price comes up here and mitigates this zone. It's unmitigated. It's imbalanced. It's a good zone to look for shorts from. All right. But we have bullish order flow. The 4 hour is bullish, higher highs and higher lows. All right. And the internal structure is bullish until we get a break of structure to the downside. And that would happen. Come on, man. That would happen. Yeah, actually, this is not. I would be looking for that break of structure here. This would be more like a 4 hour change of character. All right, you get a 4 hour change of character, uh, and it goes back up. This would probably be a great place to look for confirmation entries on the 4 hour for a short. All right, and that would be perfectly fine. That would be perfectly fine as long as you confirm the entry. Got it? Futures are down. Dixie is probably to go up. Who's that saying it? Bill? Okay. All right. I'm bullish on Dixie myself. That's something that we haven't had a chance to look at yet. But I don't like entering any trades in the euro unless I look at Dixie first, the U.S. dollar index. All right. So we're still got this corrective structure going on here. All right. Come on, man. We still got this corrective structure going on here. And all this should be shown. I don't understand why there's some glitches. I swear there's some glitches in this trading view. All right. So we have this. We have that correction. All right. And we were looking here on the lower time frame to see if we can find a good entry. Where did all my markings go? I don't understand that. This is nuts. Oh, I see why. I see why. When I showed you the other chart to get to the data on that chart, I didn't switch back. That's my bad. Okay. Okay. So we're on the 15 now, and price is doing its thing. Looks like we may have gotten that change of character. Dixie is going up, that's for sure. You agree with that, Trader X? You agree with Bill? Bill know what he's talking about? Okay. So, oh, all right. Look, this it came back to where we wanted, right? To that inside candle I was talking about. I saw on the was it what time frame did I see the inside candle on? Ah, there was the inside candle, right? It came back to it here. This is where we were supposed to be in a long position, right? This is where I would take an entry for a long position because why? Price broke above the change of character. It changed character here. It broke above my structure break line, right? And comes came right down. As soon as it breaks, you got to look for that demand zone that price will come and come and tag. So let me get away from the confusion here. All right, I have this demand zone here. All right, from the low that respected that low. All right, we led to a high here, pull back, high. All right, good. We have a demand zone forming right there, and price came right to it. I'm taking the low of this candle. I'm taking the last bearish candle and taking the top. And this is where I would have been looking for my entry. And if you're taking an entry here, go ahead. My hat's off to you. You got to do what you got to do. But I think this is, like I was recommending earlier, a good area to look for that trade. My stop loss would be below that line, and I would make sure you're not fooled by a double tap. All right. Sometimes what price will do is uh, break, give a market structure break, come down to your POI, take off. Don't take that high. Come back for a deeper penetration into that zone, and then go up. So where you put your stop loss is paramount. It's paramount. All right. This for me is where I would put my stop loss in if I was going to enter here, right? But this one is even safer, right? But the safest of all is below the lowest low. All right. That is the safest of all. Period. All right. And that give you a 10 pip stop loss. All right. Never I'm not the biggest fan of that. Let's see. Ranging, then breaking this range for bullish momentum. Don't use stops. Who said don't use stops? Ignorant. Go ahead with your crazy self, man. If you don't want to use stops, my hats off to you. All right, that's not what I'm. That's not what I recommend, though. I don't recommend that at all. So a good stop here, at least 5 pips. Uh, I would have it for myself. I would have it below that line. You could put it below this line. It'd be even safer. Just understand that what price does sometimes, like I just pointed out. Let me get it here. Is it'll come to your POI, boop, go up, right? You say, hey, I'm marking my demand zone here. All right. Price comes to your demand zone, get you in the trade, doesn't take that high, and comes back for a second deeper penetration, and then takes off. So I want you to be careful with your entries here. You understand? All right. I hope that makes sense to you. Uh, it's 9:22, guys. I need to sign off. I spent more time here than I see how it came for a deeper penetration. So I'm looking for price to hold at this point. All right, and we'll see if if it will. All right, we're in demand, and We did get a break, a candle body break and close. We had daylight. All right. Some supply had to fail in order for this to happen. All right. So there is flips here, but we'll see if this goes all the way up or whatever. If you guys did take a buy into this, if you bought this trade. But for me, I'm going to hold tight. I'm going to hold tight and because uh, uh, this is some chewy looking price action, and I'm a little more conservative. All right, but I think this is a valid trade because did give the entry model. Without stops, we will stop. MDR. Do you remember Igna from Nick's place? All right, because Igna and MDR and I were all there together. All right, but this entry from here, I think it looks like we may have some legs. If we break that high, come up here. All right, you want to target those highs there. I think this is a good entry. All right, I'm going to sign off from here. All right, that's the I gave you an entry idea. If it aligns with your analysis, then you take it. All right, I'm looking for buys because it's pro trend, and you know if you take this buy from this demand zone that I marked here, hey man, may profits be upon you. May profits be upon you regardless. I'm hoping that everybody makes profitable trades today. I think this one will be profitable. You should be in profit right now if you took my entry. If you took my entry idea anyway. Uh, I got to be careful. You'll see me say that twice every so often. If you took my entry idea, if you took my entry, you'll hear me say it a couple of times because I have to be careful. Well, how I say that on on live streams because uh, I don't want to run into trouble. Not I'm not a financial expert. You understand? So I don't give financial advice. I'm merely sharing ideas and trying to share some uh, 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 educational material for those who want to endeavor to trade in forex in the foreign exchange and exchange trade currencies. I'm hoping that you found value from that aspect. All right. Uh, but we will see what happens from here if price continues down or not. Manage your trade now. Manage your trade. You manage your trade with your stop loss. You manage your trade with taking partials. All right. And in the next stream, I'll make sure to go over trade management, how to conduct your trade. We should see price bang. Let me see. We should see price bounce from here. Can anybody tell why? All right. Um, we don't have time. All right. So the New York Stock Exchange is about to open, and I want to do some fresh analysis and take my time with it. And I want to look at the indices, and this is a eye catching and all, but I'm looking for price to go higher. All right. Let me make sure you guys hit the like button, leave a comment. Say I appreciate you guys. I'm going to say thank you to thank you all. Thank you all for thank you all for showing up, and I appreciate the love that you guys show. And I'm going to see you guys later on in chats. All right. And don't forget to hit the boost for the trading view, guys. Thank you all for showing. And I'll see you all in the chat. All right. Uh, I'll see you guys in the chat. Okay. Thank you again. May profits be upon all of you.